Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? So, we have a relatively interesting episode of Doctor Strange that winds up ending pretty good. I was wrong on how I thought it was gonna end because I could have sworn it was gonna end uh with this guy getting disqualified for getting, something helped uh, during the battle. But come to find out, the only thing that was like bad about it was the fact that he literally had something um, that could just be considered a article of clothes, right? So to think that if he would have already just thought that through and knew that that was the case, we would have been completely fine and we would have won. But of course, the show must go on. You need some type of drama, and this is one of the things that I like about like shows like this is imagine if he did just win. Like what if he won in that instance and he gave up or he launched another attack and then after launching that attack it fails, the guy counters it cuz he can see really good and stuff. Okay. What happens then? Like we then sure get to go further into the story. We get to see the cure work and all this stuff, but instead of just going directly to that, they took the approach of giving us a lot more of this event, giving us a lot more of this overall occurrence happening in general, because as of now, it was gonna be one of the most like physical things that's our main character would have done practically ever, right? He like never does anything physical, so imagine all of a sudden he would have had to go on to a fight, which it would have probably been in his better interest to be the one to fight when it came down to how absolutely destroyed the kid was after his battle and trying to play it off like he was all good or whatever. But yeah, he got absolutely beat up. So clearly it would have been a rough fight for him to go into another one, including knowing that he's not going to be dodging and blocking the whole time. He could be taking a lot more damage. And not just a lot more damage, you would take the damage much quicker, seeing how Magma is just, he's a beast. Um, but yeah, of course we have to have the underhanded tricks and the stupid stuff happening because it just makes for a better show that way. It makes for more tension. It makes for more time for them to spread out all of these shows and give us more character development for, for instance, Chrome, which I believe should be the true one to get to win at the end. Like everybody should allow him to win, so he is, the one that gets to be the village chief or whatever. Because not only has he been there, with her since she was really young and they knew each other, um, he's the one who actually, won this fight. And out of all the people that we have that are kind of not like influenced, but they're kind of the people who backed him through it, right? Like they're the people who just were going to be there regardless, win or lose. They will always have his back. So to think that he did it and he wasn't even expected to do it and he wasn't even expected to be training because he was helping the whole time with the cure, right? Like he's busy making the cure, and then when he's done or when they had no time to continue to work on it, in the case of they just didn't have what they needed, he literally was training, working on that one shot that he wants to get on oh boy, which he ends up getting as well. That was it, right? That was all he was doing and putting such an effort forward towards it. So I love the aspect that it all, kind of plays out for him, right? Like he gets that Cinderella like ending because of, how much effort he puts in this altogether. And I don't know, it feels good to see him come out like that, but at the same time, we haven't seen much like physical stuff in this show ever since we kind of started to understand, um, you know, where our character is when it comes down to being physically strong and physically fit. That's just not his suit. Um, so to bring some people in who are, around the same level as him, or, in the same area when it comes down to being not so physically gifted, it's easy for the show to not go to that, right? It's easy for the show to already be like, well, you should already know these characters and how much, they do in the fighting and stuff. It's not much, or they barely do any heavy lifting and whatnot. So there shouldn't be that high up expectations for anything. Which, I mean, the only expectations I really had was just seeing how they were going to handle the character who wanted to, take over as the village chief and stuff like that, and just seeing how, um, just seeing how they're going to allow him to play this out. Because just by the way it all started, it made it seem like he shouldn't, like he's already the worst candidate of all times to be looking towards for this. And then even after him kind of, stating what he was going to do, and people still not really caring because of the tradition, so it's one of those things where you kind of just have to sit there and allow these things to happen because you already know you can't do anything about it, which is terrible. But overall, you already know what we're going to be getting relatively soon is the rematch, the re-meetup of the two people that truly do not like each other. And knowing that's coming, I look forward to it the most. But to be fair, knowing that these characters are all growing on me, and I can't wait to see what, their roles are and whatnot. That's what truly, it's already exciting me about this show is where does everybody else fall after we learn so much about them, right? Like, where do they end up? Who do they, turn into? Or do they do something so dramatic that it saves our main character from, doing something he would regret? Is there anything like that that they do? What is their most pivotal role in the story? And when we get there, will it be satisfying? So I'm a weird one when it comes down to these shows. A lot of people just like watch it, react to it, and then they're on to the next thing. Like for me, it comes down to what does everything bring to the table after I see it? Like what comes next is always my kind of subject that I go to. And I don't know, not a lot of people are like that, which is fine. I mean, it's not for like there's some of the shows I watch are not even for everybody. That some people just will never really get that into it or even look that in depth into these things, So I'm probably gonna die here and I'm gonna be super mad. But overall, I'm not gonna show it because I'll probably turn off my game and I can't save this video. But I hope you guys are having an amazing day, night, evening. I've been looking for shows that I can actually like record and be into. So if there isn't any other content I dropped today, I apologize. But there should be because the Black Fox just came out and I did not think it was a movie. I guess it makes sense why it was a preview. So I will try to watch all of that and get that out to you. I just want to put something out before I started watching a full-fledged hour-long movie and then try to get back to you letting you know. In both videos, like, oh, hey, I spent the time watching this, like, when I could literally just now, do it after I have something out and you guys know about it. So I will be looking at the Black Fox movie, or yeah, Black Fox movie that just dropped. So don't worry about that. I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I think I can get another fight in here, right? No. And I will definitely talk to you as soon as I can, and then after I get that out to you, hopefully we get some more content. Oh, I don't even gotta jump down, boss. Um, and hopefully, yeah, hopefully we get some more stuff because it feels like we've gotten practically everything. And when it comes down to the shows of that I might be set up with, like there's a lot of shows I'm set up with already. And to think that there's Sword Art, Seven Deadly Sins, My Hero, Food War. Those are four shows right there alone that are all coming that I haven't even gotten to start or put on a placement of, what days they're going to come out. So I'm still in the waiting period and filling out what's coming and what I want to actually record. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case. I'm so sorry I said it again. But yeah, take care everybody and peace.